Hello again, and thank you for taking a moment with Mel. Today, we are going to talk about alert circles. On April 14th in Southern California, there was an earthquake, and video was rolling at the San Diego Zoo. And when that video came out, it showed that there were a group of adult elephants in an area, and when the earth started rumbling, that instinctively they formed what is called an alert circle around two young calves that were in the area in order to protect them. As you can see, I have on my Altitude shirt. This shirt was given to me by my family because I have somewhat of a reputation related to the protection of my nieces and nephews. I believe that we need to create more safe spaces and protect our young more so that they could evolve into who it is that God put them on this earth to be. I believe that each of us has a unique purpose that we were put on this earth for, but there are times that things happen in our environment that prevent us from evolving into who it is that God put us on this earth to be. Truth be told, I think that sometimes we spend more time put more time and energy into providing for our children's physical needs than we do for their emotional needs. And both of those are equally important, 50-50. In my book, 51 Revolutions to Me, there is a poem. The name of the poem is Master Peace, Peace. And a stanza from that poem says, "Protect me on all sides, expose me to more slowly. Make sure you have eyes on me. See where I lean. Don't expose me to just anyone. They could really be disruptive." Two absolutely important books for you to either read or listen to if you have young ones in your life are The Deepest Well by Dr. Nadine Burke Harris and also Scattered Minds by Dr. Gabor Mate. In The Deepest Well, Dr. Burke Harris talks about the fact that a lot of society's problems can be traced back to issues that our young people have, adversities that they deal with when they are young. And in order for us to have less issues in society, less problems in society, what we need to do is decrease the amount of adversity that our children are exposed to, and we also have to teach their caregivers to be better buffers for them. So we know that adversity is something that can happen, but we have to try as much as possible to decrease the amount of adversity that our children deal with, and then make sure that we provide that education and support to their caregivers so that they could be better buffers for the children when those things happen. The other book that you need to read is Scattered Minds. Now, we talked about it the last time, but just Cliff Notes version. Scattered Minds says that the emotional environment that our children are exposed to, whether it is in pregnancy or in those first couple of years of life, that period of time is the most crucial formative period. And that period of time is when our brain circuits and structures are being developed. So a lot of times we concentrate on the time after the baby is born and let's say when they're adolescents and so on, but the most crucial formative period is pregnancy and those first couple of years of life. And remember, our brain circuitry and our brain structure is being developed most at that time. and that is our most crucial formative period. What our children are exposed to are some people call big T traumas and little t traumas. Our big T traumas are those things that happen to vulnerable people that should never happen. So we're talking about abuse. We're talking about if we have a really bad divorce that happens when our young ones are growing. We're talking about a child having the loss of a parent. We're also talking about a child having exposure to a lot of violence. Now, our little t traumas are things that are disruptive, and they sometimes happen. They're ongoing things. They are things that happen repeatedly. And some examples of those things are bullying, harassment, food insecurity, economic insecurity. We also, if a child has somebody in their life that has chronic health issues that they're dealing with, and that child knows that that loved one is dealing with chronic health issues, sometimes it could be also very stressful to the child. Now, this is the thing. A lot of times we have children around us that we don't realize, especially when they're young, because I think sometimes in our minds, they don't know what's going on, they're not able to articulate certain things, but our major brain circuitry is being evolved at that time, and significant issues can occur later on in life if we don't create that correct, that balanced, that most calm emotional environment. Now, this is the thing. We all want to have the most amount of joy and fulfillment out of life. We all want that master peace, P-E-A-C-E. And I believe that in order for us to be able to do that, in order for us to have the best society possible, we need to create more alert circles around our young. I think a lot of our society's issues have to do with the fact that our young did not or do not have enough alert circles around them.